YouTube? It's your girl DeeDee. Welcome back to the channel. Thank y'all so much for tuning in once again. So I am back with another reaction video for you guys. Now this video involves a guy named CoryxKenshin. My daughter actually made me aware of him. I'm not too familiar with him, but I am aware of some of his videos. Recently there were, some sort of allegations brought out on social media from his alleged ex-girlfriend, who kind of sent some mixed signals in some posts that she posted that kind of alluded to allegations of abuse when it comes to CoryxKenshin. Now, a lot has transpired since she posted those things. She basically came out and said that there was no abuse. This led to a lot of backlash on Corey's part, and also a lot of people who were allegedly fans of his, or people who, maybe didn't like him, came out and tried to cancel him based off the subliminal messages that his ex-girlfriend kind of put out there. And so I want to play a bit of a video or react to this video from a channel called Jamari, which I'm going to put the full original video in the link so you guys can go out and check him out. And so I want to play this video, so make sure you guys chime in the comments. I want to hear your thoughts on this one. Let's get into the video. Here we go.
So last night my entire timeline was jumping talking about a YouTuber named CoryxKenshin. Truthfully, I don't really know much about the guy, but he is factually one of the biggest creators on YouTube. It appears to me that he mainly makes gaming playthrough style videos, and people really seem to universally love him. The last time I can remember him really making headlines was when he was saying YouTube is racist or showed favoritism or something like that. Well, last night Cory found himself on the end of some allegations from an ex-girlfriend, and now a lot of his fans are turning their back on him, saying that this all seems completely out of character, while others are obviously coming to his defense. So all of the information we have right now does come from the ex-girlfriend, who goes by the name Panda Ninja XX Official, and she posted 3 slideshows on TikTok which she titles "The Truth About Your Favorite YouTuber," adding, "I'm not doing a story time, I'm sharing what I lived. If it feels heavy, it's because it was." Also saying content warning, non-graphic, emotional plus mental abuse, manipulation, narcissistic behavior, love bombing, gaslighting, illness-related trauma, emotional abandonment, and status-fueled cruelty.
Now, really, just that alone is insinuating a lot. And because she was somehow involved with this guy, that is automatic red flags, in my opinion. That is automatic red flags to trigger individuals into thinking that something was done to her. So I just think that within itself says a lot. Now, some were saying that this is her clout chasing, but many people took that seriously and they ran with it, and they were ready to cancel this guy just based off of that. Keep that in mind. Let's continue.
On the sheer amount of buzzwords she used here, I thought, god damn, this dude must have done some really bad. It starts out by saying that the world doesn't know the real Cory, and that he was hiding her from the world during the duration of their relationship. She even questions his religious acumen here. You talk about devotion, but act like hurting people in private doesn't count. You fooled a lot of people, but not me. She goes on to say that Cory met her when she was at her lowest, and that he made her feel important. She also alludes multiple times to the idea that he ghosted her, or that he emotionally abused her, and that when she needed him the most, he was nowhere to be found. You treated my body, my heart, my time like they were things that you could shelve and retrieve whenever it suited you.
Now, to me, already this sounds like a scorned ex-girlfriend, or just a scorned woman in general. It sounds like she is, remorseful or mad about the relationship that they had. And sounds to me like, they were cool friends. I'm not sure if there was more of a relationship established, or if they were just, having a good time together. And then once it was over, and maybe she expected more out of that particular relationship and she didn't get it. So now she's mad about it. And, she's venting because her feelings were either hurt because it didn't turn into anything more, or he decided to break up with her. That's what it seems like to me, a scorned lover. That's what I'm getting from this, but there's no real concrete, specific information that's stating that he took advantage of her or abused her or anything like that. It just seems like she's mad about the outcome of their relationship. Y'all let me know what y'all think, but baby, let's continue.
Like I only existed when you needed to feel wanted. And it seems like they had a complicated on and off relationship. She alludes to the idea that he apparently cheated on her in public. And then the next day, someone told me they saw you in California with another girl. He goes on to claim that this was his sister, and she also says that this is when he stopped talking to her altogether. And then she goes on to say that this ruined her nervous system somehow, and over she questions his position as a role model on YouTube, and really the entire image that he presents in his content to his audience, claiming that part 2 would be even heavier. And honestly, this first post I really saw as a nothing burger. Like, wow, man has a relationship with a woman of age. Yes, maybe he led her on, or he knew he had her wrapped around his finger, but nothing criminal or even immoral to me. Now in part 2, we see some actual messages exchanged between the two of them. Apparently they were communicating through Xbox quite a bit, which is insane to me, but I digress. Basically, it seems like after some time, Cory wanted to spin the block for a booty call, apparently making light of himself ghosting her in the past. You still seeing someone? Why do you ask? Because I'm trying to f up your life some more. What? That was a joke, jeez. I was just asking. Now she claims he did this spinning of the block because he knew he could still get her and that it would make him feel powerful. I mean, honestly, I think the dude just wanted to hit it again, seeing if it was a possibility. She claims though that he somehow threw the fact that she was apparently assaulted in the past by someone else in her face in doing this. She says that he used her when he wanted sex, and he comes back and says that this wasn't the case and that he genuinely loved her, but that apparently during the time of their relationship his life was all over the place. And despite previously claiming that she did not care about his money or status in the first part, she makes the assumption here that his life is all roses because he has money and fame, which obviously we've seen countless examples that that's not always the case. A lot of times more money, more status, well, it brings in a lot more problems for someone.
That is so true. You know what I mean? And this is why I say money is not the end all be all. A lot of people think that if they have money, more money, it's going to solve all their problems, when in actuality it does not. And we see a lot of famous people, and it's interesting he posted this Justin Bieber clip because we see a lot of people who have money, but they're in turmoil. They have a lot of other things that they're trying to fix in their lives and face and deal with, and money can't seem to do that. So anytime you see young men or young individuals in general who come into this fame and this money, there's always issues associated with it. And honestly, from what we see, when these young men, particularly young men, end up famous or end up with a lot of money, there's always some type of allegations from some woman from somewhere. It's almost as if it's a prerequisite for any young man to gain the spotlight or gain money or, you know, fame. It's inevitable that somebody is going to come out and claim some type of abuse, or they had a bad situation with them in a physical way with them. You see it all the time. It's almost as if that comes with the territory, that when you become famous and make a substantial amount of money, somebody somewhere is going to claim that you're a bad person, that you did something to them. It just comes with it, whether it's true or not. Let's continue.
And also, for the record, in her trying to expose him in this way, tells me that she is being very vengeful and really trying to turn his fans on him. I mean, just look at the way she titled this slideshow series. She was also trying to do like TikTok trends around the topic, which I'll get to here in a second. Now, apparently at some point this woman was diagnosed with cancer, which is obviously terrible. She says she was diagnosed all the way back during the pandemic, saying that she felt more alone than ever. And so she apparently reaches out to him, and she shares this single text from him, allegedly, where he says, "That was the most passive-aggressive cancer review ever." With absolutely no other context, we don't know what she said to him before that, how she said it, or how long it had been since they had even talked. Claiming that seeing that text was harder than the diagnosis itself. I mean, come on. I mean, she's basically acting like he says, "Well, that sucks, kick rocks," and then blocked her. Like, there is truly not enough context here to make a judgment about one single text message. But she claims that that message showed his true character, and she even brings his mother into this, saying that he should know better because she went through something similar with cancer, which I think is so out of bounds and up for her to say. Now, she claims she survived the cancer, thankfully, and this is where we move on to part 3, where she basically says that Cory was using other women in this way where he never truly committed to them but liked to keep them around. She goes on and on about speaking her truth and holding Cory accountable.
Now listen, this is interesting. This says this was never about revenge. This was about accountability. You were kindness in public and cruelty in private, and silence helped you get away with both. I'm done swallowing my story so you can keep your fake reputation intact. So basically she's trying to say his positive reputation is not what it really is. She's insinuating all these things and alluding to that without any real concrete information. You know what I'm saying? So that's enough for any woman to come out and say, to have his followers or the people that, you know, like him, start to have some type of judgment on him and start to believe that he's some type of creep. You know what I'm saying? But really it's coming off as somebody who's mad that, you know, he hitting it and quitting it. He really wasn't really there for a serious relationship, but he was there for a good time. That's what it sounds like to me. But let's continue.
And then she also shares this video of the two walking down a hallway where she says, POV, you didn't know this was one of the videos you'd look back on and realize he never cared. He only wanted to see how long you'd let him hurt you.
I'm still on.
I'm still on.
Then I woke up again and it was off.
Did you watch me sleep?
Hmm?
Did you watch me sleep?
Yeah, I actually did something to you while you were asleep too.
What?
I'm sorry. I just got this fetish. You know. I didn't hurt you. You're good, right?
What'd you do, Cory?
Don't worry about it.
Cory?
It's good.
Cory, what did you do?
Do nothing. Look, this camera out of my face. I didn't do anything.
He did something, and I'm gonna find out on the next episode of
Dragon Ball Z, where you going with this?
Now don't get me wrong, that was some weird shit he said about watching her in her sleep.
Yeah, there was. I'm thinking to myself, child, what did you do? What did you do? But she didn't seem too worried about it. She was giggling. What did you do, Cory? Cory, girl, child, what you do, Cory? She didn't seem too worried. She was giggling because, you know, if she thought it was something crazy, she would be more serious. I know I would be. She didn't seem to have an issue with it. I'm just saying. Let's continue.
But granted, these are two people whose relationship seemed very immature, toxic, and downright strange. Also, while editing this video, I found this clip where she was being interviewed on TikTok Live last night, and she talks about the things that Cory said in that clip, making it pretty clear that she knew it was a joke.
Obviously, you see me laughing with him in the video. You can't be that dumb to think that
But people are that dumb, though.
Well, unfortunately, then you guys are just a bunch of dumbasses. Like, he didn't make me feel uncomfortable in that video, but if you guys read the point of view on there, I never said that that was the essay video.
That video in particular, she posted it because it was a nice moment, a nice one. Like, can y'all listen? That is what she just said. What's wrong with y'all?
I literally just said that.
She did also post this video trying to capitalize on the TikTok trend.
Bacon avocado.
I mean, come on guys, you cannot tell me that this isn't at least a little bit about clout or revenge. I mean, at the end of the day, it really just seems like Cory was playing the fields having fun with a couple of different girls. Yes, maybe some of them thought that it was something more serious, but either way, the guy did not do anything illegal. He had a fully consensual relationship with this woman. This is something that she said during a TikTok live just last night.
Between me and Cory. Like,
y'all are,
the essay happened to me when I was younger.
a whole different person.
And it has nothing to do with him. Like, and I said that many times in my letter. I never said it. You guys kind of assume because of his wording in the video that that he's saying something weird, like, but he was being playful and he was like saying like things like
thank you for saying
like,
that.
A laugh, like we were like, that's something we both laughed at. Like, that's something that didn't make me feel uncomfortable about him. And I'm gonna say this again, I never said he SA'd me. I never said he SA'd me. I'm gonna say it one more time for everybody.
You never said that.
I know, like you know, because you've been talking about it, you've been saying it over and over again. They're not listening because, like, some of these people like don't have a brain, obviously.
So yeah, it was kind of just one of those things where it was really none of our business. Nor do I really give a shit if someone I watch for entertainment leads people on in their personal life. I mean, as long as he wasn't doing anything illegal or immoral, like I said earlier, I guess I just kind of think, who cares?
Right. But these types of situations you have to be careful about. You really have to be careful because this could lead to more strangeness. And, you know, it's just like you have women out there who make up allegations and make up lies to say that, you know, a man abused them or did certain things. That this could have been easily one of those situations if she had that agenda, if she wanted to do that, because people are sitting around waiting and just, you know, looking to take a woman's side as soon as she puts something out there without any proof or anything. You're gonna be crucified based on public opinion. You know, once a woman just says somebody did something to them, people are ready to believe her without any type of proof whatsoever. So this type of thing is very tricky. You have to be very cautious and careful about these types of things and allegations or alleged or assumptions, because somehow as a man, nobody wants to believe that you are not an abuser. As a man, you're already just that. And if a woman comes out and say you're that, then it's automatically believed and no questions asked, no proof has to be given. Oh, this is what you are, and people will start treating you accordingly. So listen, I want to hear your thoughts. Comment, like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell to be notified when I upload new content. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.